Now the next today's topic, what we are going to discuss is logical file path. Okay, so logical file path. So what is this logical file path and why we use this logical file path? How to define this for logical file path? Okay, all these concepts we are going to discuss in today's session. Okay, so logical file path. In our previous sessions, we learned regarding we learned about open hub destination. Okay. So what is the topic? Open Hub destination we learned already. Okay. So in this Open Hub destination, when we are learning this Open Hub destination, so what exactly we learn? So we use this Open Hub destination to generate any files. Okay. And means if we want to provide our BW data to the outside world, then we are going to create this Open Hub destinations. Okay. So that we can place the data in an application server file. Okay, so that is the use of this that is this, yeah. So this is the open hub destination which we created in our this one. Which one we created one open hub destination previously. Maybe I modified it. So we created one open hub destination previously, and using that open hub destination, what we do, we went to this AL11. Okay, in the AL11, in any of this folder, not in the AL11, yeah, either in the AL11 or to our local system, we can generate the file and we can save it. That is one case. But sometimes what will happen is instead of saving in one folder, based upon the based upon the some logical conditions, if you want to dynamically choose your folder, okay, path, so can we call it as a path. For example, if you take work, this is USR SAP A4 HD12 work, it is a your path, like how we call it C drive and folder something will be there, right? We call it as a path, right? In the same way, this is called the path. If you want to choose this path dynamically, then you need to go for logical file path creation. If it is a constant path, simply we can copy this path and provide it in the open hub destination file name. So when we create the open hub destination under the directory, or here we will go for, if you see here, yes, you see here I provide the directory as a work, and then my name sr_ohl.csv. This is my file name. So what will happen with this one, my file will be created, okay, without any problem. So this is fine. But if you, instead of using this folder constant with constant value, dynamically you want to choose it, but what will happen is in my real-time experience, what I did, I created multiple folders for each plant. In my company, I have, in my project, I have multiple plants are there. So based upon the plant data I am getting from the backend, I need to choose the folder. Okay, so that by kind of functionality are written somewhere. Okay, but today in today's session we are going to see how we can define a logical file path, which means which can be, even the file name can contains date and everything also. So what is the T code where we can create this logical file path? /o file /o file. So this is a cross client table. Click on OK button. So this is the place where we create our logical file path. So the T code which we use for this one is file. /o is only to open it in the new screen, but the T code here is only file. So if you see here, logical file path definition, assignment of physical path, and logical file name definition. Okay, so these three folders we are going to use now to create this kind of so these are set of steps will be there. Only 3 steps we need to perform, 3 to 4 steps. If we remember this one, we are done with that one. Okay, so first what we need to do, we need to define the logical file path definition. So how to create one? Click on the new, by selecting this folder, click on the new entry. Okay, so now provide your logical file path name. So sr_sales logical file path LFP I am giving here. Okay, so this is my logical file path and I am going to provide a name to it. So sales logical file path. So I'm providing a description to my logical file path. Okay, and then click on save button. And now you see select the key for the allowed namespace. So now select this particular select this particular line. Okay, it is asking for TR. Give the TR. Now select this particular line and double click on this assignment of physical paths. Important. Without selecting the line, if you double click, it won't happen nothing. Okay, you have to select this particular line here and then select on the assignment of physical paths to the logical path. So when you go here, you see logical path is there, and here it is asking something, syntax group and name. Now go to edit button and yeah, it is in edit mode already. Yeah, it is going to edit mode. It is in change mode. Now provide this one. What happened? Now okay, click on new entry and then syntax group. So when coming to syntax group, here we need to provide our operating system. Here it is Unix. I am selecting the Unix operating system, and here we need to provide the file path, physical path. Physical path means under which location you want to create your logical file. So here we are not providing the file name, as the name itself representing logical path. Here you need to provide the file path only. So now which path I am going to provide? So my wish is to store data under this logical file path like USR, SAP, A4, HD12 work. So I am going to copy the path here. So simply I am copying like this one. Copy, paste here, and followed by backslash followed by file name. So this file name we are going to provide from a different place. Okay, so here you are going to provide the path information along with the placeholder of file name. Okay, so this file name you are going to tell here logical file name, and we have one more folder, right? Here you are going to define that file name. Okay, and now click on save button. Come back now. So you are done with the creation of logical file path and assignment of physical path to the logical path. Okay, so now it means a folder to the logical path. So now these two are completed. Now we are going to now let's just copy this logical file path and store somewhere in a notepad. Okay, now so double click on this logical file name and try to create a new entry here. So when you creating new entry, it will ask for the logical path. So which you created earlier, we are going to provide that one here, and logical file name. So here you are going to define one more thing. So logical file name, FNM. Okay. So this is a different technical name. This is different technical name. Same name you can try to give, but to make it little bit more understandable way, instead of giving FLFP, I am giving LFN, logical file name. Okay. So here you are going to provide the name description of this logical file name. Okay. So it is nothing but logical file name. So now here you are going to provide your physical file name. So with which name you want to store your file, that file name you are going to provide here. So when earlier in our example, when we are creating the OpenHub, we stored a file with name OH underscore something or SR, I told you at the time. Yeah, OH underscore sales something, these are the file names which we created that last time. Yeah, OH underscore sales SS is the file name which we created earlier. Now, if you want like this, you can provide your name here. For example, OpenHub underscore sales underscore. For example, here instead of let's give as of today's date 2022 0814. Okay, give the name. So .csv. What was the extension for your file name? Also, you need to provide here. Okay, then only file will be saved with proper extension. So this is my logical file name. Data format you don't need to provide, and if you wish to select your application area, you can provide your application area also here. Okay, so what I have done here, logical file path because we are going to interlink whatever logical file name we are creating with the logical file path. We need to provide the logical file path here and then define a logical file name along with its description. And in the physical file option, we need to tell what was our file name, how to derive your file name. Okay, and then application area is a data format, no need to require. And application area, you can provide which application area your data belongs to. And then click on save button. Just click on enter, so its system will save it properly. Now you are done with the creation of this logical file path. Okay, now come back one step. At any point of time, if you wish to see what you have created properly, then how to define, because we need to know how to see it also. Okay, so first double click on the logical file, because I am re-entering into my transaction code /n file. Okay, next, so I am scrolling down. I'm going to my logical file path. Select the logical file path, double click on the assignment, then the corresponding assignment will be opened here. So here you can see under which folder you are trying to store your physical path. Okay, and then double click on the logical file name. Again, search for your logical file. If it is too many entries are there, if you want to search it, go to this position and here provide your logical file path. File name, I think here we need to provide logical file name. Then it will exactly go to this corresponding logical file name. Double click on this logical file name. You can see the definition of this logical file name. Okay. So now logical file name, whatever you created, copy it and then store it in somewhere and make a note of it in the notepad. So now how to use these logical file names. Now what we are going to do is we are going to create one OpenHub destination to test this one. So I am going to my info area. In my info area, I am going to create a new info, OpenHub destination. But while creating OpenHub destination, I want to provide another OpenHub reference. I am taking the existing OpenHub destination as a template, so that I no need to provide fields and all. So already how to create OpenHub destination we discussed in our earlier sessions. Okay, so I'm going to my info area. I'm trying to create a new OpenHub destination. So I'm giving the name as OHCL3. Okay, and by creating it, I'm asking to take a copy from this existing OpenHub destination. Or take a template. It's not a copy only possible here. Template means you can give other things like data source, info provider. If you have anything, ADS was kind, you can use the below ones also. Okay, and then click on finish button. So now your OpenHub destination was created as similar to the one which is available in the system. Now what we are going to do in this OpenHub destination, this time I am not hard coding my directory or file name like this. Okay, I am selecting this logical file name option. Whenever I select this logical file name, what happens? 1 minute. Let me delete these things. Delete this. It's not going on. Let me activate it first. And then let me try to delete this one. Okay, it is not going. Okay, simply select your logical file name. Okay, whenever you select this logical file name checkbox, you see its name got removed automatically. So here it is asking for the browse button. Okay, in the browse button, I need to search for my logical file name. So which logical file name I created currently? So my logical file name is sr_sales_lfl. I will search for my logical file name, double click on it and then click on activate button. Okay, so generally we need to provide the details of the fields information here. Since I taken the copy of the existing OpenHub destination, my fields details are already filled with the data. Okay, I am telling my file is a comma separated file and separated with the semicolon. This is my logical file name. So now I'm going to create a transformation to my OpenApp destination. So the source which I am going to take for this one is, it is SR underscore a sales one. So I have one ADSO which contains some 6 records of data. I am taking that ADSO as a source. So right click here, new transformation. So I am creating a transformation to my OpenApp destination. The source is not this one, ADSO. I'm taking this one as a source and click on OK. Activate it. So you are done with creation of a transformation. Again, try to refresh your folder. It will be refreshed now. So which one is ours? Is 3 is ours one now. Expand this transformation. Right click on it and create new DTP. So when we create the DTP, then the file will be generated. Okay. So nothing to change anything here. Just directly click on the activation button. So now when I click on execute here, so what happens? It will try to bring data from my ADSO and tries to generate the file. And if you see here, my target, refresh here. So now this DTP got executed successfully. Now I'm going to my application server AL11 application server. So if I refresh here under the work folder, now I can see one new file will be created. You see S underscore OS means structure of your file, and the original data will be available under OH underscore sales underscore with today's date. You see with today's date there is a file generated, and in this file I can see my data. Okay, so now whatever file name, whatever date I am giving here, this date is a hard-coded date. In my logical file path creation, what I did in my logical file name, I hard-coded my date field date to the today's date. So even though if you execute this TTP tomorrow, there also what happens, you will see the same kind of date, which is not correct. Okay, so if you want to make this date as a dynamic, then what you can do, so you can provide some kind of keywords here. Okay, how to provide this one within this angular brackets? If you can provide like this, 1 minute. You see, SAP is providing some reserved words. Okay, so these are by pressing the F1 here, I got this kind of screen, and here you see all these are reserved words. If I given date, then what happened in place of this angular brackets date, system will provide the system date in this YYY format. If you want to provide include date and time also in your file name, then you can use this time keyword also. Okay, and if you want to mention your system ID, different things, if you want to mention on your file name to make it more unique on day-to-day basis, you can use all these things. Okay, so this is how to create for example, for our information, what I will try to do, date underscore, and I will give time also. Okay, and then I try to save it. Now come back one step here and try to execute DTP, because currently I already executed my DTP, so I don't have any data to transfer now, but let me try to execute the DTP one more time. Okay, so refresh my folder, open up destination, open the DTP. So when the file doesn't contain any data, let's see whether file will be generated or not. So there are no RSM process to update. It means there is no data to bring again. So that's why system is not bringing any data. So what you can do is you can create a full DTP now instead of delta DTP. What I am going to do, I am going to create a new DTP of type of full, so that I can execute this one a number of times. Okay, so I'm on the description, I am giving F colon to represent this as a full DTP. I am changing the extraction mode to full, and then activating my DTP, and then now I will execute my DTP. So when I execute it, what happened? It will try to fetch again the data from my source, ADS4, and it will generate a file in the logical application server. So if I go here and try to check this stored now file, you see there is a file created with the date and time also. You see 205400 because this is my current system time. Okay. So this is how to create a logical file path, and using this logical file path we can create file names dynamically. This can, that's it. So